stage of this year's Techworkz Automotive Rally of Canberra. Round one of the Bosch Motorsport Australia Championship, and we have points on the line again here at the Galvaniize Insurance Power Stage. So points up for grabs, bonus points, and we can hear in the distance now the first car soon to arrive. We're expecting Harry Bates, of course, last year's champion, along with Coral Taylor, in their new machine. Done a dynamite job all day, nearly a minute gap as it's turned out, with a puncher in the last stage to Scott Peta. So quickly a recap for you if you haven't heard the results up to this point. A 59.3 second lead, Harry to Lewis. Another 21 seconds to Alex Rulo, doing a great job in the Hyundai. 10 seconds back to Eddie Maguire. And what might be a close run home, Scott Peta with that puncher dropping back to fifth outright. So we'll obviously get all the news and reviews from everybody. It's been a tough day, obviously, with the conditions and things. For most, a few punches early on with these rocky Cohen stages as we know them. But obviously, as a successful run through here, the balance for Harry will be, what does he do in regards to just locking away this overall result, a great debut for his new Rally 2 Toyota, versus going for these all-important bonus points. We know from last year how important that is. So we'll have a look at his time through as they come across to basically take victory. It looks like a 5:39.9 is going to be the time to beat, but that'll be a happy Harry Bates and Coral Taylor to take the victory here in round one of the championship. The pressure was off his shoulder. The most nervous I've seen him in the build-up. You can see the relief coming there. What a great start to the year. Coral making sure she gets all of her bits and pieces ticked off first. We'll let them celebrate here. Well, yeah, we're going to wait for Coral. He's looked at us. What are we going to do? What a great moment for the team. It looks like it could be a 1-2 if Lewis comes through first. We'll let them do the bit, and then we'll come around and have a quick chat to Harry. He'll be very interested to see whether his time will hold, of course. So well done, everybody. Round one winners of the Bosch Motorsport Australia Rally Championship. Can they take it out the Galvaniize Insurance Power Stage? Let's have a quick chat as they come down. Harry, I saw you at the lunchtime service. You knew that the pressure was off a little bit, the weight had lifted, but you must be delighted with this result.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I'm not going to lie, I was super nervous this morning. New car, wet conditions, it was tricky, but I think Coral and I sort of did an all right job today, so yeah, I'm pretty happy with that.
Was it the build-up of the new car, the new tyre, the mixed conditions? What was sort of making you that nervous today?
Yeah, exactly, all of those things. I mean, I've really had limited testing in the car, probably only about 90 kilometres before today. So I've literally doubled my experience with the car today, which is a nice feeling going into, the rest of the championship. But also, yeah, just new tyre, didn't know enough about that yet, but it performed well today, so I'm happy with that. And, well done to Neil Bates Motorsport and Lewis and Anthony as well, who look like they're getting a good result too.
How hard did you push on this stage? You had a good lead coming in. These points important to you?
Yeah, of course. I mean, I think I've won all the other stages today, so I was pretty keen to try and keep that up. This is the important one, so it's a bit different this year. I have to wait to find out, but yeah, we'll see.
I'll give you a heads up on Lewis. I think it's 8-second gap. So you got Lewis so far, but a few other fast cars to come.
Cool. Good start. Thanks, Dean.
We're going to go and have a quick chat to Coral before we go and see Lewis as he comes through. Coral, I just want to say a quick congratulations. Another Rally Canberra win. Well done.
Thank you very much. Thank you. It's been a lot of fun. Yeah.
Fabulous. Another win for Coral Taylor. She keeps stacking them up. We'll wait for Lewis to come through shortly. Talk to him. He's had probably an interesting day in regards to results, but he'd have to be fairly happy to get the second overall. Being a mixed bag, we'll jump in and have a quick chat. Lewis, I'd say tough day. I don't think you'd be very pleased with that.
No, not the best day, but anyway, we're here at the end. We're second place, so another podium and a strong start to the year. So thank you very much to the team. It's been a busy couple of weeks leading up to this event.
I'm being very harsh, but I think you set high expectations that you're aiming for number one. It's probably not where you wanted to land, but as you say, it's second, locking away good results. You know what it takes to win a championship now.
Yeah, that's it. We realised pretty quick we weren't going to be able to beat Harry and Coral today. They were on fire, so congratulations to them. They were very impressive in the debut of the new car. So, yeah, good start to the year for us. Strong points.
Strong point. Good news for you if you thought the car performed well. You got one coming, of course, so no doubt you'll be now a bit more excited about yours, hopefully being here for round three.
Yeah, definitely. That's right. It's nice to see the GR Yaris Rally 2 in action, and obviously it's very impressive, so we look forward to driving it ourselves.
How hard did you push through this Galvaniize Insurance Power Stage?
We had a clean run. I wouldn't say we're on the absolute limit, but hopefully enough to get a few points.
All right, mate. Great job. So 1 and 2 again, of course, for the Toyota Gazoo Racing Australia. So they do lock away some great points as we wait for our next car to come to the line. We'll have a look at the time shortly. So Scott Peta having a push. He'll be second quickest so far. I haven't seen the gap just yet. But so 3.5 off Harry. So he's second. He took about 5 seconds out of Lewis. The thing he'll be keen about will be overall will be how he measures up against the likes of Eddie Maguire. Scotty, obviously run a bit affected by that punch. 7Ks into the last one, took the wind out of your sails. But otherwise, you have to be pretty happy with the debut.
Yeah, look, that was messy because I think something's bent and we've obviously got right-hand tyre and left-hand front and all that sort of stuff, so never easy. Well done to Harry first and foremost, great job. It sort of reminds me of what rallying's like. There's some beautiful things and there's some things that doesn't, that they're just terrible. So anyway, I'll come back again.
The thing is, obviously, it was the lunchtime service there. Harry skipped out to a lead. The conditions were tricky, but you're in a podium contention. You're splitting the Toyota. It's been a while since we've seen someone do that, so the potential's there, and you'd no doubt be excited for the future.
Yeah, no doubt. First car on the road this morning was definitely an advantage. But saying that, like Harry did a fantastic job all morning. We had a couple of issues, so we were 40 back, probably 20 back, which is about road position. So I think there's some promise. I think. As the season goes on, we'll get a bit more used to it. He'll get used to his car. It's going to be a great battle.
Yeah. Looking forward, how hard you push through here on the power stage?
Yeah, pretty hard considering the cars all four wheels are pointing in different directions. But it's a gnarly stage, good power stage.
You obviously might have eyes on Eddie. Only about 10 seconds coming into here. You'd like to snare fourth just to help with those extra points.
Yeah, I don't think so. I think Eddie will beat us, or not beat us in here, but I think 10's a bit too much. We'll see what happens, but congratulations to the podium getters.
Well done, mate. Great to have you back in the championship full time along with G-Mate. Keep it up.
Thanks, mate.
So a solid result there. Like I said, you can see the little bit disappointed at a right front puncher in the penultimate stage. So they've come through now. Scotty is right in. Maguire's come through the stage to be fourth quickest through here, but holds enough to be fourth outright. Another one struggling a little bit with setup and was making a few changes as they came through. So as we look at the overall coming through here, Eddie currently, just beat Scott Peta by 2 seconds, would you believe? So those points will be important. And no doubt Eddie will be pleased with the extra result in regards to outright terms. But how did the second half of this event go today, mate, for you?
Oh, not so good. Had a big overshoot on the first stage after lunch. And, it wasn't our weekend, but we struggled with setup a lot this weekend. But, we know what we need to go away and do now.
What did you change in the service? I know I had a chat to you and you said we got a bit of setup to do on the car, and you chased it a bit all day as it turned out.
Yeah, we'd made some rake adjustments and some we softened the car up a little bit. But the big thing we're struggling with today, particularly in the wet, these handbrakes, the first part of the handbrake actually opens up the diffs. And in these sort of wet conditions, you use it a lot, not to necessarily pull the rear brakes on, but to open the diff up. And that compiled with the bad setup, it just wasn't our day.
Saying that though, fourth position overall, it looks like. We've got Alex to come through. You'd be pleased that the points holes there and the cars are straight.
Yeah, absolutely. There's a few bonuses come out of this weekend. I mean, we're here and we know what we've got to go away and fix. So all in all, it's all right.
Yeah, well done. Great to have obviously him and his brother Stephen now in an identical Skoda Fabia in the championship. And like you can see hear the disappointment and his voice. A few set up little dramas for them, but great to bank it. So that's our 4 cars through so far. Alex Rulo, third quickest so far. So Scott Peta holding second. Harry Bates will be pleased with the fact that he's leading overall in regards to the extra points. So overall standings, Harry Bates, Lewis Bates, Alex Rulo is going to get his first podium in the Bosch Motorsport Australian Championship. He'll be delighted with that. Eddie Maguire, as we said, so far 2 seconds up on Scotty Peta, who looks like he'll hold down fifth. There are outright results. Power stage-wise, though, looks like he's P3, currently after 5 cars through. But like I said, the outright result and showing some real promise, Alex Rulo. Takes the helmet off. Let's see. Probably likely to have a smile on his face, which we haven't seen since we saw Harry's car one. Mate, congratulations. Look like you pulled together a podium. Well done.
It's bloody awesome. It was a tough day for a lot of people. We had a spin on the first stage, which would have been an awesome time, I think. And then a puncture on the second. So, just managed to stick through it. Steve's done an awesome job. His notes were unreal calling him. And, had a bowl out there, this soft tyre. There was a heap of grip. yeah, I don't know what else to say. It was a lot of fun, and I think we picked up where we left off last year.
And that's true. It shows some real maturity in the fact that now you're competing against some people, very serious campaigners, both in team and driver, co-driver combinations. To now have done the full championship, getting to grips with this car, the pace is on. It's onwards and upwards, isn't it?
Yeah, it's really good. I think what I pride myself on is sort of having that pace, but not getting there without being able to do it consistently and comfortably. So that's where we're at now. I've never tried to go faster than what I'm comfortable with, and we've just creeped up on it last year, and yeah, it's all clicked now. So a lot more work to do to catch Harry, but yeah, good start to the year.
Did you probably would have had it on your radar to have loved to have got a podium in the Australian Championship this year? You've done it in round one, mate. You must be delighted with that.
Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. Didn't expect it, to be honest. I wasn't really watching the overall. I was just watching our stage times and seeing how we went. Obviously, last year we did pretty good on this day, so I knew we were going to be decent. And yeah, the road conditions were nice, and we had a great drive. Thanks to Race Talk, all our sponsors, Telespatial Fleet Care, and yeah, Steve behind next to me. He's done an awesome job.
Well done, guys. Enjoy tonight. Well done. Congratulations. Alex Rulo, Steve Lenny on board, doing a great job with two cars. His father, Peta, we may see come through this stage later, all the way from Perth and those beautiful Hyundais. Steve Maguire in his first run through a power stage here in the Australian Championships. Looks like he's going to be sixth fastest so far through the power stage, and overall currently sixth, but of course a few people to come, including Tom Clark. It's been a tough day for Steve on his debut, however, made it through. Cars look square and straight so far. Let's have a chat to him on how that goes. We hear that the Luffs may have had a problem, so just news to hand, some breaking news at 2.4 Ks in, Luffs may have had an incident. I'll come back to you with that. That's the only info I have at the moment. Hope they're okay, or maybe it's even a mechanical. So Steve Maguire, Ben Searcy in the co-driver's seat. How did you feel? Six fastest so through in there at the moment on the power stage, but overall, mate, how do you rate the day?
Yeah, it was a great day. Big learning curve. Very disappointed in myself. Got a bit hungry for some road on the second stage, and copped a puncher with 10 Ks to go. So very disappointed. First stage after lunch was really good, and that one was a lot of fun. So yeah, keen to come back, do some testing, and yeah, we'll come back.
There's a lot going on today. I mean, it was a very big build-up, very big lead-in. We obviously had weather yesterday. You must just now be pleased to go, look, I've banked that 80-odd kilometres today. The car's in good condition, and it's moving forward, eyes forward now, isn't it, for you?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, no, it could have been a hell of a lot worse. It was some tricky conditions. Ben's coaching me through it all. He's a fantastic co-driver. Yeah, we're looking forward to the next one and do some testing in between.
Of course, he had one up on you because he was in this car in Sweden, of course. There's a second run for you in this car, Ben Searcy. So good job. Well done, guys.
Yeah, thank you.
As Peter Rulo, we've alluded to during the socials and on 7 that Peter Rulo used this exact car in Sweden, and Ben Searcy co-drove for it. So 2 events back-to-back for Ben Searcy in the passenger seat of that Skoda. So they were 6 quickest through, 6 cars currently through the EROAD power stage. And we believe, obviously, next car through was likely to be Jamie Luff. Incident 2.4 Ks in. No more information in regards to whether they're okay or not. They'd be disappointed with that, regardless in regards to the outright result. And the fact they just wanted to get through here unscathed is obviously disappointing for them. So we'll hopefully get a bit more of an update on that. And as the news comes through here, Molly Taylor through is 7th quickest so far. Some bodywork damage on the left rear. So I think she may have had a puncher. I think that was in the penultimate stage as well. We'll jump through and have a quick chat with Molly. Tough conditions for our main fixed production category leader. Molly, looks like main fixed production win, but of course I know you're always looking at outright. It's been a really tough day for a lot of the competitors, particularly when you're a little bit further back in the field.
Yeah, it's been really, really rough. I think like slippery and rough. So, yeah, probably not the best combination for this car. But, yeah, I mean, I think in there, I don't know how much harder I can push it. So it's satisfying to drive. So we had a lot of fun. And, yeah, we always try to see where we can be outright. But we sort of got to take all that with a pinch of salt and just make sure that we're doing a good job. We got the car working well. So I feel like we got to a good place. Bit of work to do during the day, but we got there.
And the thing was, your focus was you've got 4 rounds. It is about this main fixed production cup. So, you're going to net maximum points in that regard. So you'd be no doubt not displeased at all with that.
Yeah, certainly. I mean, we have to think a little bit strategically as well, because we won't be here for every single round. So we have to make the rounds that we do count. So at some point, you've kind of got to temper the ego and try and drive smart. So I need to take a bit more advice from you, Dino, sometimes maybe. But no, I think we did a good balance. When it was a bit dodgy and slippery, we just made sure that we weren't trying to gain the seconds there, and then when everything was working well, then we had a bit of a crack.
A little bit of damage on the left rear. Any news or information on that one or not? Little shake of the head from Andy.
I don't know where that happened, but there was one moment that was a bit too close for comfort.
Okay. How close?
Oh, like close.
Close,
Yeah,
okay.
pretty close.
So if I speak to Andy, he'll probably say it was a bit closer than that even, probably. Whose side was it on? Clearly Andy.
Well, it was on my side, then Andy's side, then my side, then Andy's side.
That sounds like a good tanks lover. Congratulations. I know that one of the next rounds of the championship, because in Perth, one of your favourites, so you look forward to that regardless.
Yeah, can't wait to go to WA. It's been a while since I've been there, and it's one of the best. So as you would know, West Aussie, we've got to keep them happy.
Well, you're in the field, actually, isn't that, West Aussie? So we're gaining on you. We're looking for a home court advantage.
Yeah, we can't wait to be there.
Have a great field in production that live over in the West. Great to have Molly as part of the series. So let's have a bit of a look at the... not too bad. It's on the left rear there. Just looks like she's fixed it up with a bit of zip ties. Of course, the zip ties doing the trick for everybody. Great to have Molly and Suba in the series there. So the next one was the gap that I was alluding to before, which was probably going to be the Luff, so we won't see them come through, which is disappointing. They were sitting solid in the top 10. But I think next through in the field after that would likely to be Tom Clark is due through in the Ford, and he's had a great solid run after a really difficult last season, particularly with that Rally 2 car. Here's the Ford. Wanted to sort of park that, fix the problems first, and then come back stronger. We saw him out there doing a fantastic job in the Stanza and entertaining the crowds in the Classics and still being part of the championship. Was really happy at lunchtime, and of course looks like he's powering on to potentially get a 6 outright and showing some good pace, which no doubt he'll be comfortable with as well. Also great to have his support of the Production Cup through Main Fix, and a few of their team and staff members been here this weekend trying to soak up the first round of the Bosch Motorsport Australian Championship. So far a bit of a recap. Looks like Harry Bates and Coral Taylor not only going to win round 1 of the championship, but also take maximum points away from this Galvaniize Insurance Power Stage. So they'll be delighted with that. Scotty Peta currently in second position for getting the next amount of points through. Alex Rulo is third. This is in the power stage, and then Lewis Bates 4th. So Lewis even edged out from that point of view. Big run, only about 2 seconds in it from Rulo to Bates. Then Maguire in Eddie 5th quickest in regards to the points here for the power stage. So that's the power stage time so far for SS12 here for the Techworkz Automotive Rally of Canberra. As we sort of alluded to, Tom Clark in the Ford. Let's have a look. Potentially another driver. Ryan Preston on board in the passenger seat. Been doing all the journeys with him. Tom Clark, is that a smile I can see, mate?
Absolutely, mate. It's good to finish one and get this car sort of under control a bit. So, look, this afternoon was relatively grippy. I found that we had a heap of traction there. So we had a bit of a go, but we had a couple of scares then with some big kangaroos. So I backed out a little bit to make sure we didn't hit them.
Nice just to get a nice clean couple of stages under your belt. Like you said, I was just talking through before you arrived here about just wanting to clear the bugs out and just be able to, then you can get to grips with the car and build your pace, can't you?
Yeah, look, I think, we showed early on the piece when we first got this car that we had the speed, but look, we had that off in Tasmania and then had a series of sort of DNFs through mechanical. So, look, I think we can gradually get back there, and the aim is, look, we're not here just to be a number, so I think today was good enough for me to sort of understand what we need to achieve again. And look, next one we'll push again harder.
You looking forward to Perth?
Absolutely, mate. I've done Perth twice now and thoroughly enjoyed the road. So it suited us. We just had issues over there. So I'm hoping this time we can have a clean run.
Yeah, we're looking forward to having you here in the mighty Ford, mate. Congratulations to you, Ryan. Well done. Great fight. And great to have some of your staff members and things here and people from Mainfix here. They enjoy the weekend?
Yeah, absolutely, mate. We decided to sort of make a meet of it for the team and bring down a lot of the staff. So something new for them, something they've probably never done before. So we'll get more people involved and they might bring some more next time.
That's the idea. Oh, quickly on that, I believe with the cancellation yesterday, you might have gone karting with them all. Did you come out P1 in the karting?
No, I didn't come P1. Believe it or not, the old Navigator come out P1. So very, very tight up the front, but Ryan just showed he might be in this seat very soon.
All right, and give me that $100 later for mentioning that, okay, mate?
Thanks, guys.
I didn't know that, actually, and I can't believe we let a co-driver get up on the points there. So Pete Rulo, we're expecting through next. Pretty close between him and Molly Taylor in this stage, and he'll be delighted to hear about, no doubt, his son Alex in that regard. But great job. The Hyundais looked like they performed faultlessly. I know he had a bit of a scare himself on the first pass in the slippery roads, being at car 10. We'll wait for him to sort of get those belts off and helmet off and become a little bit more comfortable. As we said, the West Aussie team coming across. The hands devices make things tricky now, mate. Woo! Who would have thought it's been a little bit rainy and now it's getting a bit hot in here?
Yeah, it is, mate. Look, the first couple of stages were fairly slippery and, I was probably a little bit too overcautious, but, the afternoon stages have been awesome. So I really love that stage.
It's good fun. You'll be pleased to hear that looks like with all the mixes and stuff, looks like Alice has come through for a podium result, which you'd be pretty happy with.
Awesome work. No, a lot of hard effort end of last year and over the break, so it sets him up for a good season.
Now, I've kept mentioning Perth because next round, of course, the Forest Rally over there, local there. Does that make you feel a little more relaxed about going around? You've done a little bit more or not? You're still fairly new to the game, I know.
Yeah, look, it's still three or so hours away from Perth, so it's not just around the corner like this place from Canberra. So, we don't get to practice on it. We don't get to get down there. So it's probably no different to any other round apart from being at home.
Truck doesn't quite have to go as far.
Correct, mate.
This is good for the budget. Okay, well done. Fantastic. That is another great finish to a round of the Bosch Motorsport Australian Rally Championship. Harry Bates, Coral Taylor on top in the Toyota. That wraps up for us the EROAD Live that we're going to do for you here at for the Galvaniize Insurance Power Stage. Obviously, going to be plenty more action coming up on 7. If you are a motorsport fan, next weekend, of course, we have Shannon's series happening at Phillip Island, so make sure you check that out on 7. And, of course, keep up to date with all the rally news on rally.com.au.
Just have a chat to Tony.
Yeah, sure.